Trustless Kingdom continues with this two-tier Prime Minister, two-tier policing and two-tier justice system. For those who are not familiar, we literally have a big problem in the UK because the way it looks is that depending on who you are and your skin color, and sometimes even your gender, if you are straight and if you're a man and if you're white, you will be treated differently, especially if your political views are different when it comes to the policing and the judiciary. In this video, we're going to give you guys the latest updates as Ricky Jones, the Labour Party politician, the violent Ricky Jones, who went to a rally, a protest with his fellow socialists and trade union members, and said that those who are right-wing and he doesn't basically agree with the political opinion need to be basically. That was a gesture he made, and he said he needs to aim for their throats. Ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of complaints on social media, it took a few days. The police launched an investigation. He then finally was arrested. After a few weeks, couple of weeks of everything else that happened, he eventually went in front of the courts, and then they said, okay, so we're going to take our time. We're going to investigate this properly, even though the video is already, evidence is already out anyway. And then they said, all right, let's do a proper trial, because he decided to plead not guilty, even though he's literally on video, you can see. He decided to plead not guilty because he had good lawyers. As opposed to the other lawyers who were allocated to the British protesters and rioters and everybody else in the summer, the lawyers were told to tell them, just plead guilty. Otherwise your punishment is going to be harsh. Plead guilty, everything's going to be fine. Even those who didn't do anything wrong, even those who simply protested, even those who simply posted on social media or observed the protest from the pavement, they were told to plead guilty. Now, a lot of them are in trouble in prison, including one person that we've been talking about over the last couple of days. Now, people like Ricky Jones have different type of lawyers. They told them to plead not guilty, which means that there's going to be a trial in January. But he's now been released on bail, because that's the process anyway, right? But in this video, we're going to talk about the issue of it. Peter Lloyd said, just spoken with the Metropolitan Police, Labour thug Ricky Jones has been released on bail ahead of his trial in January. He will enjoy Christmas with his family, while Peter Lynch was fast-tracked through the courts and effectively killed by Starmer's political persecution. Now, that's what happened. On the right, we have Peter Lynch, with no criminal background record. He simply shouted at police officers and illegal migrants. He held a sign, a placard with some opinions on it, no inciting violence, no violence was committed. On the left, Ricky Jones, Labour politician who incited violence and was cheered by the crowd when he said that. Peter Lynch was fast-tracked. His case was fast-tracked immediately in front of the judge, and he was then jailed for 2 years and 8 months. He then died mysteriously in prison. They're investigating that, as you guys know. Ricky Jones can enjoy Christmas with his family, because that's the normal process, right? You get bail, you can get bail, fine. That didn't apply to the others, because the lawyers were told to tell them to just plead guilty anyway. Guilty to what? When you get bad legal advice, that's what happens. Now, that's not the only case. We keep talking about Ricky Jones. We've been quite curious to see how this case ends. We have to wait till January. Ricky Jones has the backing of many people. Having said that, there is also the point to be made about other people, other similar cases, but in terms of the way the justice system works. Look at this case. This is Farhad Mohammed. He's 46, based in Essex. He avoided jail, ladies and gentlemen, even though he sent money to his nephew who had links to Al-Qaeda. Farhad Mohammed. The mainstream newspapers and the media called him the Essex man. Essex businessman, Farhad Mohammed. We say, is Farhad Mohammed based in Essex? He's fine. He doesn't have to go to jail. On Wednesday, yesterday, Judge Angela Rafferty, KC, handed him a 3-year community order at the Old Bailey. She also ordered him to complete 250 hours of unpaid work and complete a 30-day rehabilitation activity requirement. That is very harsh, guys. Ooh, unpaid work, community work, and rehab. Ooh, that sounds very punishing. I mean, I don't know how he's going to survive this. That's why people are questioning. Why is it? If that's the norm, if what Richard Jones is going through is the norm, which it is in terms of the process, the justice system, and the way the legislations have worked when it comes to this individual, Farhad Mohammed, then why is it that when it comes to the other people, we seem to bypass the normal procedure?
Because it's two-tiered.
Even the norm is abnormal.
They're coming in the back door.
This
They're
man
coming in the back door.
should receive
Watch
some sort of
out.
punishment, proper